inspect everything that you see and everything that you do when you go to buy one of these classic cars. Remember that video? Well, I'm going to tell you what, this is 9 months later. We got all the body work done. We went ahead and blocked it all out, dry blocked it out, and then we went ahead and re-primed the car. Now, when you restore these old cars like this, not just the Carmen Ghia, even though we're talking about that, you want to block sand everything by hand after you do your first initial prime. Then once you block it out and you get all the high spots out and fix the low spots of all your body work, BONDO, you might say, then you come back and you tape it all off and re-prime it with 2 full wet coats of 2K. But I'm going to tell you, this is the car we were talking about right here. This is that Carmen Ghia that I was telling you about in part 1 of this little episode of what to look for and be very cautious when buying one of these cars. So you saw all the damage that was on the car. You saw that it was extremely and crucially damaged to the point of massive fucking bodywork. I explained to you that it was not a concourse restoration due to that fact. So let me get all these covers off. I'm taking the wheel covers off here. We're going to pull the car outside. I'm going to show you how clean and how nice this car came out. And this is going to be proof of verification that it's very, very important to own one of those little magnets, one of those little tools when you're going to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to purchase a car like this. Let me go ahead and get that done, and I'll meet you outside.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
Okay, we got the car outside. Let's get a good look at it, and you're going to see what we're talking about. If you didn't watch part 1 of this video series, you need to go back, because when we look at the car, you're not going to believe how nice and clean it really came out. So just to go ahead and let you know what we did to this car, we went ahead and removed the body off. We went ahead and restored the floor pan. And as the body was off, we went ahead and had the motor compartment, the trunk compartment, and all of the underneath of the car soda blasted. So the car went and got soda blasted. If you remember in part 1 how rotted and crappy and shitty these looked, when we had the body off of the pan, I went ahead and rhino lined the whole bottom and inner fender wells. I rhino lined it. You can see how nice it came out and beautiful. And another thing, if you remember that spot, yeah, that spot right there, we'll take a good look at that. That was rhino lined as well and cleaned out thoroughly. So that is rust free now, and we'll never get rust again. And then once again, the trunk was rhino lined. You can see where I taped it off right there because we didn't remove the wire harness and such, and there's a cover that goes on that to cover all that. So you can see that all of the trunk was rhino lined, and even inside under the gas tank was rhino lined. So everything was rhino lined to an existing color that is possibly a close match, but not a 100% authentic match to what the color of the car is going to be. And then right here is our corner that we were working on. This is where I was sitting, doing most of the talking, and then of course here's our nose area. But look how clean that fender is. Look how nice it is. It's perfectly straight. You can't see no damage in it whatsoever. And as we walk around, you can see that this is a damage-free area as well. Remember, there was all that rot and that rust down inside there. And we'll go ahead and pull this off. Maybe we can get a good angle down in there and see what's going on. And if you look inside there, you can see that even that was rhino lined and cleaned up once I replaced all of the necessity of rust repair that it takes. I got to seam seal that in right there still with some good seam sealer, but other than that, that's fixed as well. All the bodywork's clean on this. It's a beautiful car. It's going to be a beautiful restorated car that says the owner will be proud to own. But the situation is, it still is a car that has a lot of damage, that had extensive, extreme body repair done to it. I'm going to go get that magnet. I want to get that magnet that I used 9 months ago to show you. I want to get that, and I'm going to go ahead and randomly go around the car in primer and see if we can find where our Bondo is and where it isn't. Okay, here's our little paint measure guide, Paint Pro gauge, I call it. Let's go ahead, now that the car's in primer and we don't really remember where the bodywork is in the primer and the Bondo, let's go ahead and see what we can find with our little magnet as we check and see what the fuck's going on. So the first thing we're doing, we'll just randomly start right here and watch real close as I put it on there. Now you can see that this is working pretty good right here. This is a nice clean area. Okay, let's move up and see what happens. Still looking good. I like the way that's happening. Let's keep going forward with it. Let's see what happens here. Looking good. Keeping, okay, hold on. Look what I got here. Okay, so this is showing us that there's body damage right here because the magnet is barely sticking. Do you see what I'm saying? But then when we come to the end, I can feel that it's pulling it out. But right here, I'm feeling Bondo. Let's go ahead and go down to the bottom here. This is an area right here that gets wrecked a lot. And I see that this magnet is pulling out very well right here. It's not like it's damaged that bad. But as we get up to the front, now look, here's a little spot right here, the magnet won't stick. But then when we move around, okay, we're getting angles where it's sticking and then it's not sticking. Okay, what about our quarter panel? What's going on with that? Well, let's find out and see. Because this is how we're looking at it. Do you see there? Look how far the magnet is pulling out on that. That's telling me that there's only 8 millimeters of thickness on that. But when we come down here, okay, you can see the magnet won't even stick. And it looks like it's starting to right here. We're going to keep on going with it. Let's see what happens. It's not working yet. We're still moving down the quarter panel. Okay, so here we go right here. This is where it starts. So we got body damage from this section right here all the way down. So like I said, the car is a beautiful custom restoration. It's been restored to the extent that you can't restore it anymore, except unless you were going to replace panels on it. And this is what's going to tell you right here of what the fuck's going on when you buy that car that the guy said, hey, I got $30,000 in this thing. I only want $20,000. Come on, guy, come on. Do me a square, so I can do you a round. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. That thing was Bondo free. It's Bondo free. It doesn't have no Bondo in it. Oh, really? I'm sorry, sir. Let me get my magnet out and we'll check that. Now, hold on a minute, guy. Whoa, right there, partner. Let's negotiate on that. I'm asking 20. What are you going to give me for it? See what I'm talking about? All right. Watch, listen, and learn. And you're going to save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars when it comes to buying an old classic car like your Carmen Ghia. Always remember, when you're getting a Carmen Ghia, there's going to be body damage somewhere. Rust is going to be replaced somewhere. And you know, you just got to know. That's all there is to it. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, telling you and showing you what the fuck's going on the Carmen Ghia, Volkswagen Carmen Ghia world of today. We'll see you later. Oh yeah, that looks good right there. That looks really nice. I don't see nothing back here. You know, I think this guy's right. This might be something that's worth money. Hold on, what the fuck's this, guy? You're lying to me, bitch. Hold on. Well, you cocksucker, I ought to kick your ass, you sons of bitch. right, so now that we've looked at the car in Bondo, you know, process of the bodywork being done, and then you saw where I primed the car, the second prime job, that's after the initial block sand to get all the highs and low spots out, and we looked at it again with our magnet. Now we're going to look at the car completely done. It's been painted. It's a beautiful car, and I'm going to show you what this car looks like. Before I show it to you, I want to let you know that this was an extreme restoration job. This little video set of the last video I made, which basically gave you the introduction of how to find bodywork and such, and then into this video is a process of over 1.5 years of video making. So let's look at the car painted, and I think you're going to be very, very shocked when you see it. It came out immaculate. I believe that the owner is going to be statically excited when he sees it. And anybody that's been following my videos, they know the guy that owns this fucking car.
Chop chop man, come on. 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 Chop chop man, come on.
So here's our 1962 Karmann Ghia. You can see that it's been immaculately painted and color sanded and buffed. We have not washed the car yet. The car has not even had water on it. It's just been color sanded and buffed and cleaned up. But pay close attention to the rhino liner, and you can see that it matches pretty close. It's not 100% flawlessly matched, but it matches close enough where once everything's together, you'll never know that it's a different color. Take a gander down inside the fender wells, and you can see that even the inside of the fender wells match the paint job on the outside. Am I happy with this paint job? Of course I am. This is a beautiful car. I would drive this car. But the situation is, this little video set is not about how to restore your car or what to do or the proper way to basically do things right. This is a video that's telling you how to look and search for the vehicle of your dreams. Always make sure that you check everything closely. Make sure that, you know, you don't get stuck into a point of saying, I gave $30,000 for this car and it's a Bondo buggy. This is the front fender that has been replaced. Somebody replaced the front fender on this. This is where I started out our little video set on this. And you can see, even though it had a lot of extreme body work, it still came out really, really nice. This video is basically about how to find the Bondo and bodywork that's been done to the vehicle. But it also shows and reflects of how professional the job was done, and was it done properly. Because if it was done properly, then it would look basically like this car right here, where you're looking down the sides and you don't see no waves or no ripples or imperfections in it. The paint job is flawless. They used top quality paint materials when they painted it. It's been color sanded and buffed down to 3,000, and it's been immaculately restored, better than brand new. So that's the situation we have, and that's what we're talking about. Will the owner be happy with this car? Will the owner say to my friend Pete, I like what you did to it, you did an awesome job, and it's a beautiful car, and I love it?
Chop chop man, come on.
We don't know, because he hasn't seen it in person yet, and when he is in person, we will definitely be getting a video of how he thinks and talks and acts about his brand new restored 1962 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia.
Chop chop man, come on. Chop chop man, come on.
So if you're in the market for a Karmann Ghia in particular, and this can go for any car, not just the Karmann Ghia, always check your P's and Q's, especially when it comes to large amounts of cash money being spent. And try to investigate and do your research of who did the restoration and how good was the restoration done. What kind of paint supplies did they use on the vehicle, and what kind of professionalism was done when the car was restored. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, showing you and telling you that the car of your dreams is out there, but is it really worth the dollar bill that you're spending? We'll see you later.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.
Adios, amigos.